Hello guys, Voxel Pro here, coming at you with another Fallout 4 gameplay video. The last episode we got down this vault here. We escaped like a total disaster.
Head down the hall.
Yeah.
Just step over the table. Over there. Take a suit.
Doing the do right now.
You'll need your suits before we can take you further.
Thanks. What now?
Just follow the doctor here. He'll show you where to go.
All right, you three. Follow me.
See? This is our new
excuse me.
home.
That was a
you're gonna
sneeze.
love
Take a
it
vault
here.
suit, then
This
head down
is
the
one
hall.
of our most advanced facilities. Not that the others aren't great, mind you. It's gone. Our home. Everything we had.
Sir?
My mother and father down in D.C.
I
Oh God, honey. What if they didn't make it? How long do you think we'll be down here?
Oh, we'll be going over all that in orientation. Just a few medical items we have to get through first.
I wonder what it would be like to live in almost in this type of world. I don't know. I just think it would be slightly interesting.
Just step into the chamber.
It'll be okay.
You know,
Daddy's right here. See? Honey, could you help me?
Who's my little guy? I'm not going far. I'll just be over there.
There he is. See? Daddy's not going far.
All set?
when
Go
they
ahead, hon.
Put on your
only
I'll
problem
take
that I
Sean
had with this game, I like what the games are doing now. I should start off by saying this, and this is gonna be a small rant. I like what the games are doing now with
contaminate and
the,
depressurize before we head deeper in the vault. Just
with
relax.
the whole base building, community
Time for a
building,
new
making it simple and not so what's the word, involved, intricate, complex,
Procedure complete.
not user friendly and intuitive.
3.
But this does a pretty good job of that. I mean, for the most part. Like I said, I played through this before, you know. So I'm only gonna show the story missions. I don't know if there's two, unless I happen to run up on some junk and I just be happen to going on some type of mission, you know. That's just how it's gonna be.
This is the one. Here.
Open it. Almost. Everything's going to be fine.
No, I got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean.
Get out of here. Let's go. At least we still have a backup.
Oh yeah, I'm coming for you. Oh, you know that's how it's already going. I don't care if you play this for the first time. You know where this is going right now. Yeah, it's kind of predictable like that. if you I don't know. Game stories ain't that hard to figure out. They're the way that I see game stories are kind of like expanded movies, right? They take less time.
Come on! There has to be a release! Come on, come on, come on! Oh, God!
Critical cylinder cryogenic array.
I'll find who did this,
Residents must
and I'll get Sean back. I promise. God.
The thing
Why
is
would
that
Voltaire do this?
I was waiting till my character got all that junk out of his system, but the whole thing is that it's pretty much like an extensive movie, right? It's going to be stretched out, there's going to be side stories, and you can kind of play a game as long as you want to. Which is why movies will never be as good as games, because you got a time limit on the movie. You got a budget. You got a budget on how much time you can make a movie. You can add on to the game. You can't add on to the movie, like, unless it's like a TV show. You can make it however long you want, and even then it's based off of popularity on if they add more extensions and stuff like
roaches?
that. And I mean, I guess you could say the same thing for games too, because if they see that there's a low level of people buying this versus, you know, versus people who actually bought it, they're probably not gonna make some DLC on it. But I mean, it's a different medium, so it has different constraints and stuff like that. At least I feel like games you can buy 5 years later and they be sleeper hits or whatever. They could explode like 2-3 years later or 5 years later, or whatever the case may be. When the next iteration comes out, there'll be a resurgence of.
Where is everyone?
There'll be a resurgence of that particular game. Oh, and don't let there be a new console that comes out and then have them say, oh, hey, here's the HD remake of it, aka Grand Theft Auto, you know, what was another game that they re-released? Not to be confused with like a simultaneous release where they say, oh, it's going to be for PS3, PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, and the PS4.
Coming
the
back
Xbox
later for
One.
you.
Wait, did I say PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, Xbox One? Yeah. Not to be confused with that.
Terminal's gotta be somewhere.
But where they say, oh, you're only coming out, like, let's say PlayStation 4, right?
Left?
Game only came out on PlayStation 4. Let's say Fallout 4 only came out on the PlayStation 4. Okay? Just for an example. I'm not saying one way or the other. But in 6-7 years, they see the game's really popular. They say, oh, well, this is going to be a HD remake, new animation, all the DLC. You know what it's going to be like. You know that's how that happened. That's just how that happened. And they'll say it's the definitive edition, aka what they do to Tomb Raider. That's what they're going to do this year. And that's what they did to Sleeping Dogs. They did a PS4 upgrade, Xbox One upgrade, and I believe it has a lot of the DLC in it. I believe it does. I'm not really for sure. After playing this game, I don't know. I kind of feel like there's definitely some stuff, like some stuff that is just like absolutely terrible. And like, the game is great overall. Don't get me wrong. The game is great overall. There's just some things horrible with it. If you're making it to where you can make it third person or first person, this is one of the times I feel like it could have taken a cue. And there's going to be some bias in here when I make this statement. they should have taken some cues off of Metal Gear Solid 5. In terms of just third-person shooter mechanics, you know? You can't hide behind cover. Like, you can't hide behind cover. Any third-person shooter game, really anyone. It doesn't have to be Metal Gear Solid 5 or 4 or 2. Even 2 had a low, I guess, cover mechanic, but say Mass Effect, Gears of War, shoot, even Alpha Protocol. I like that game. Whatever, it didn't do well, but it was alright to me. Mass Effect, but like I said, Mass Effect, Army of Two, Gears of War. Any of these that have these standard third-person shooter mechanics, one thing that they all have in common is they have a cover system and they have some kind of vault system. This does not have that, and it's slightly disappointing. So I don't want to change my name, so I'm gonna just
enjoy your return to the surface, and thank you for choosing Vault-Tec.
We're entering the wasteland. You know what? I feel as though, how should I say this? I feel as though if they would have just, all they would have needed to do for this game in particular, Bethesda, whether that's Bethesda Studios, Bethesda Games, it's a confusing thing because I think they have two companies that's similarly named, but look at this landscape. There's something beautiful about this background. The only thing is that it's horrible. The life here is horrible. You don't need to play the game to know that the life here is horrible. If you were living in this world, the life would be horrible. Yeah. I don't know. I guess all they wouldn't need to do is introduce a cover mechanic, and correct the hitboxes for stuff. I don't know. Physics, I guess.
As I live and breathe. Oh, it's really you.
Codsworth? You're still here. So other people could still be.
Well, of course I'm still here. Surely you don't think a little radiation could deter the pride of General Atomics International? But you seem the worse for wear. Best not let the wife see you in that state, hmm? Where is the missus, by the way?
They killed her.
Sir, these things you're saying, these terrible things, I believe you need a distraction. Yes, a distraction to calm this dire mood. It's been ages since we've had a proper family activity. Checkers, or perhaps charades. Sean does so love that game. Is the lad with you?
Sean's been kidnapped. But I'm going to find him. I'm going to get my son back.
It's worse than I thought. You're suffering from hunger-induced paranoia. Not eating properly for 200 years will do that, I'm afraid.
200 years? What? Are you...
A bit over 210, actually, sir. Or give or take a little, for the Earth's rotation and some minor dings to the old chronometer. That means you're 2 centuries late for dinner. Perhaps I can whip you up a snack? You must be famished.
Codsworth, you're acting... a little bit weird. What's wrong?
Oh, sir, it's been just horrible. 2 centuries with no one to talk to, no one to serve. I spent the first 10 years trying to keep the floors waxed, but nothing gets out nuclear fallout from vinyl wood. Nothing! And don't get me started about the futility of dusting a collapsed house. And the car! The car! How do you polish rust?
Stay with me, pal. Focus.
I'm afraid I don't know anything, sir. The bombs came and all of you left in such a hurry. I thought for certain you and your family were dead. I did find this holotape. I believe the missus was going to present it to you as a surprise. But then, well, everything happened.
Thank you, Codsworth.
You're welcome. Now, enough feeling sorry for myself. Shall we search the neighborhood together? The missus and young Sean may turn up yet.
Have you seen anything dangerous?
Oh, just the usual, sir. Pesky neighborhood dogs and mosquitoes. Shall I investigate?
Alright, that'll wrap up this episode. Thank you
Alright.
guys so much for watching.
Lead the way.
And I'll see you guys later.
Sir.